Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I can only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable Malachi Markelius, your presiding judge, chairman, and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. I'm going to play this clip right here, man. I'm keep playing this, because this right here, this says it all.
When people hear that children from other families have come and they've stayed in your house, they've stayed in your bedroom.
Well, very few.
But, some have. And they say, is that really appropriate for a man, a grown man, to be doing that?
Is that really appropriate for a grown man to be having these kids sleeping in his bedroom? They're not even related to you. Okay, Mike, what you think? Okay, Mike, what do you think, Mike? Let's hear what Mike got to say about this. What you got to say, Mike?
For a man, a grown man, to be doing that, how do you respond to that?
I feel sorry for them because that's judging someone who wants to really help people. Why can't you share your bed? The most loving thing to do is to share your bed with someone. You know?
Really? You really think that?
Yeah, of course.
And taking the position that you use every single night that you go into, you sleep, and you're sharing it with another.
You said you can have my bed if you want to sleep in it.
See that? That right there. That's enough for anybody, man. That's an open, shut case, closed, period. So the Leaving Neverland, Michael Jackson Ranch, his mansion, that's what it was called. HBO aired the series talking about the two victims who came forward, and they got in graphic details for the first time, aired for our eyes to hear and see of what actually happened between Michael Jackson and them. They got in graphic details, talked about the naked showers, talked about the giving oral sex to each other. Do we believe Michael Jackson really did this? Yeah, I definitely believe it. Why wouldn't we believe it? I think you have to be really retarded in your head not to believe that there's truth in that situation. Look, you're not going to get me to believe that this man is 50 years old and ain't used his penis. Ain't used his penis at all, because that's the picture he painted to us that he want us to believe. He ain't got a wife. He ain't got a wife. He ain't got a girlfriend. Yeah, look. Doing a blog. What's going on, son? All right. Not a wife. He ain't got a wife. He ain't got a girlfriend. So his penis just ain't no good. He have no desire. Don't get on hard or nothing. Come on, man. We not finna do that, man. We not finna do that. Michael Jackson ain't no different than any other person in the world. The same demons and stuff that try to tempt us, they do the same thing to him. You think he above that? You think he above that? I don't think he above it at all. This brother, man, had problems, man. His brother had problems. I wouldn't doubt that they were raping and molesting him too, and this is what he doing to other children. The same thing that allegedly was happening to him. It don't give him an excuse. It don't justify his actions. But if we ain't finna sit here and make it seem and appear that this man, that everybody else could go through things, but because he Michael Jackson, he not. He got the cure for demons and the devil not to come in near him. When in fact, we have to understand this is when demons and devils at their best. When they oppressing guys like him who have and influence over mass millions of people. I'm not finna sit here and I was a Michael Jackson fan. The man, a genius in music, just like R. Kelly, but let's just separate the music from the men. Anybody could get on camera and appear to be respectable, loving, kind, and helping and generous. You want to paint that picture. That's what make your celebrity and your money get bigger and your fan base get higher. When you paint yourself to be that type of person. But when these cameras come off, the reality and horrors hit of life of who people really are behind closed doors when the camera's not on. And when the camera's not on, we see what happened. What was going on behind closed doors with this man. This man named his ranch Never Never Land. Come from Peter Pan. To the point where he believed into himself that he'll never grow up again. He believed into himself he'll never grow up again. That's who Peter Pan is. Peter Pan is the boy who never grew up. And the name of the people was called the Lost Boys. So what messages was Michael Jackson really sending us? He gone now. He dead. He gone. Now he stands in the courtroom of the almighty living God to give an account for his actions. No matter what we say down here, his fate is sealed. His fate is sealed. But we can't sweep this under the rug and make it appear and seem as though he wasn't molesting these little boys. When he on record admitting out his mouth, he was laying down in the bed with them. He didn't have to do that. Why would you want to do that? You're 40-some years old. Why you want to lay in the bed with children you're not even related to? They're not even your blood. They're not even your nieces and nephews. These other people's children. And you want to lay down in the bed with them, and then when you accused of having sex with them, it's supposed to be a lie. It's supposed to be a lie. These people describing his private part and his penis. Talking about his skin white, but his penis black. Makes sense to me. How they know that? How they know your penis black and your skin white? How they know that? Right. Because everybody knows the gentle part of a man's body is his private part. He didn't want to bleach. He didn't want to bleach that. It hurt. It hurt. He kept that part black. That's why that white boy was able to describe it to prove that he really was touching them and doing that stuff. And why he settled out of court for $46 million. If you innocent, why you settling out of court? No such thing. If I know I ain't did it, I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't do nothing. Why would I give you $46 million if I know I'm innocent? Come on, man. That's a cover-up. And they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to not talk about it after receiving the money. Come on, get up out of here, man. We ain't stupid, y'all. We're not finna let him play us, man. He gone. But the truth of the matter is, I ain't never sat right with that. That's common sense to anybody. Why he not tempted? But we can be. Like this man really went 50 years without having sex to nobody. Come on, y'all believe that trash? Like this man really went 50 years without having sex with somebody. See, that's another thing that shows he's guilty. Ain't that, look, whatever, man. The little boy from talking about how he taught them how to masturbate. I believe all that. He was taking advantage of these little boys. He was making them fall in love with him. Come on, man. This is an overgrown man sucking these kids off. He the most popular dude in the world. They felt admired because he made them believe, even though Michael was popular to everybody else, Michael made the kids believe they was his star. They was his star. That's how he made them believe. And he was grooming these dudes up and building his own art cult. with these boys. I keep telling y'all, they teach them that. In a Luciferian satanic rituals, they teach them you get the children. You start from when they're young. You get them. And when you having sex with them, you reach a higher level of satanic spirituality. And why you always saying this stuff? This was witchcraft. The sacrificing of the children. You rob them of their innocence. You strip them of their dignity. You strip them of their purity. And you're supposed to be empowered after doing that. And why he tried so hard to stay on top? Through the sexual gratification of molesting, allegedly, and raping these children. He believed it kept him on top from the enemy, repaying him back. Because that's the highest level of that. And that was his form of sacrifice. That was his form of sacrifice. It's crazy, man. I don't take nothing away from that. I believe it wholeheartedly. Every time Michael Jackson was called up, he tried to do something to try to trick the people. When he caught the rape case the first time, that was when he did that. The first rape, sexual abuse charge he had on the boy. What did Michael Jackson do? That was the first time we saw him in a video kiss a woman after that. Because he tried to prove to the world, I ain't gay. Look, I kissed a woman. In the Remember the Time video. They cover that shame. Then he settled out of court for all those millions behind that. But what happens when you don't get help? You do it again. Which later on, that's exactly what happened. It came out again. But instead of when it came out, him going through a civil suit, they wanted to pursue criminal court with him. He won that in trial due to his popularity and everything. And then immediately behind that, he wanted to marry Elvis Presley's daughter. See, that was another move. Every time he caught a rape case, he moved like a weak pedophile move who get frustrated and scared. He tried to marry Elvis Presley's daughter. He figured since he was going through a criminal court, a white criminal court, he might as well marry the most whitest, respected person in the world's daughter so that it will give him leverage going into court. Elvis Presley's daughter. Because you know white people love him some Elvis. And that's what he did. Every time he was caught up in the case, he did something stupid like that. Married that girl and never even had sex with the girl. She even on record saying it. He didn't like women. He liked boys. That's what he did. And people try to feel sorry for him because they buy the lie he told them. He was pimping them too. Oh, he never had a childhood. His father was rough on him, so he living through the children. No, he got them children around him because he's living out his desires through those children. You can manipulate their mind. He got all them kids, and he picking out the strong ones from the weak. The strong ones got to go home. The weak ones stay with him, who can be trusted with his secrets and everything, who he can manipulate. And that's exactly what he did. Michael Jackson didn't even like black people. You see, he bleached his whole skin white. That's who he wanted to be like. He hated his black skin. He hated everything about himself. He would only do things that benefited him. He will only do things to benefit him. And that's just real talk. And I don't see how so many of these adults, I'm sorry, I dropped my pen on the floor. And I don't see how so many of these adults justify this man raping these children. That's exactly what happens. And it's crazy, and it's sad, and it's horrible, man. And I don't take nothing back. That dude is out of pocket. He always been out of pocket. And I believe it. I believe it. I definitely do. So, I know it's truth in it. I believe it. I just think it's bogus and out of pocket. And a lot of them dudes, man, the dude who came out speaking out on mic, like people like, why it took them so long to speak out against them when they first was in defense of them? They was in love. Y'all ain't thinking about that. Imagine a person giving you head ever since you were 7 years old. You bust your first nut with him. Let's just keep it real. You bust your first nut with him. This dude giving them real grown man sex. Real grown man sex. And he filthy rich. And he the most popular dude in the world. And you got his phone number. He calling you up on the phone. You sitting in his house. And the most popular man in the world sucking you off. Giving you head. Come on, get out of here, man. Of course them kids ain't gonna say nothing. They don't even feel like they being bruised. They walking around his mansion like kings. He got them all on jets, all out of town and out of country. Come on now. Let's be real. The kids had too much pressure on them. They didn't know how to handle that. Then he pimping them in the brain and in their mind. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's a twisted dude, man. It's a twisted dude, man. But he gone. He gone. God always wins. God never lose. God never lose. And it's your boy Battle Truth. Ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours, man. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.